Hello, rats. You ready for a Ratitude check? Because I am, and Lauren is. Woohoo! Lauren is my little sister. We are 18 months apart. You may have seen her before. What would they have seen you on?
TikTok?
Yeah, we just did that haircutting video and stuff. People.
And did you post the girlfriend or the sister Bible or dictionary?
I did.
Yeah.
I loved that video.
Yeah, and in the saying goodbye Christmas. Come on, that went viral.
That went viral. Yeah. So Lauren's been in a couple things. She'd be in more if I had my way, but you don't. Lauren's like Zach. She doesn't love being like online.
Nope.
You've no desire to have an online presence.
Nope.
No, that's fair. I barely do.
Yeah.
Like I do because I have different goals, but like I always joke, like if I didn't want to be an actor or a comedian, I would not be putting myself out there online. Yeah. It's a scary space. Okay, well today we're talking about, I hate to say the word regret, but like wedding, quote unquote regrets, because at the end of the day, both of us had pretty flawless weddings, but something obviously goes wrong on wedding days. Like things go wrong, also hindsight.
Yeah.
And then it's like trends change, and then some of your stuff ends up in the, like, unfortunately for Lauren, we're seeing the effects of that now.
Yeah.
We'll see the effects of mine in 2 years as well. Like, that's just how that goes. Like,
that's fine.
And also, who cares? I said that before in, like, a TikTok, but I'm like, it's really dumb that we have the expectation that your thing is going to be quote-unquote timeless. Like,
how could it be timeless?
how could it? It's a big, tacky party.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's like...
And you learn so much. Looking back, you're going to regret things.
Yeah, like it's like, oh, I didn't need that. Or like sometimes like your inner child wins and like something you wanted from when you were a little kid makes it in. And it's like, why did I fight so hard for that? Or like, why did I, you know what I mean? Like just shit like that.
Yeah.
But I always want to stay on the stance of like, just do you, follow your joy, tune out the noise. Who gives a shit if it's timeless? Who gives a shit if it's perfect?
Yeah.
As long as it's perfect for you, you did it well.
Yeah.
So yours was perfect for you. Mine was perfect for me. We did it well. Congratulations to us. But had I, completely followed social media trends, I would have had a wedding that looked completely different and nothing like me.
Yeah.
And the things I love the most about my wedding are the things that are just like so me that people probably like talked shit about to their, because that's what happens when someone posts a wedding. People love to judge a wedding.
Actually, the things I regret, one of them is when I tried to follow like what I thought I had to because it was a trend.
I know. Was it the pizza and the pajamas? Oh, okay, the pajamas?
No,
like
I
the
still
jump.
like.
Okay.
I
Because
still like,
that was a
that.
like
a
the
little
pillow
bit.
fight. Like
Okay,
so
yeah.
fill them in.
Okay, so for my bridesmaids, I had matching pajamas, which I don't regret.
I don't regret that.
I don't
That's
regret
cute.
that.
That's
and I
fine.
still don't regret the color. I just did black.
Yeah.
And I was in champagne.
They were nice.
Yeah, don't
honestly.
regret that.
Yeah.
And I don't regret we had pizza for lunch. I don't regret the pizza for lunch.
No.
But yeah, for one of the photos I had seen on Pinterest or somewhere
Yeah.
where it's like all the girls jumping up and down on
Yeah.
the bed, like if it's like a slumber party. Yeah. No, I would not do that again. And that is cringy now.
But it's like, but if someone's listening and is like, that's their dream still, definitely live out your
it.
fantasy and do it.
Yeah.
You just might not end up posting the photos. So it's kind of like a harmless regret because you don't have to put those photos anywhere.
Harmless.
But those photos are hard to look at.
Yeah, and actually even in the moment when I was doing it, jumping up and down, everyone's like fake laughing. I'm like, wow, this is already not
the vibe.
right.
Not the vibe. Some stuff when it's like too fake, they just don't, I don't think the fake stuff ever ends up being anyone's favorite photos.
No.
At the end of it, it's like.
I thought we'd get some candid cuties, and no. Those photos are all horrible.
No, you really need to just tell your photographer what I told my photographer. I think I slayed on photos, honestly, because like I sent a Pinterest inspo thing to her first.
did that.
So I know, but then she actually understood how to execute that.
Yeah, you gotta execute that shit.
You have to be able to execute that. But like all of it was candids, and I told her like, if you're just a fly on the wall, I'll be super happy. Like just getting pictures of everything not set up for poses. And then it's just so true because all of the pictures that are posed aren't my favorites.
Yeah,
they're really
neither.
good. I really love them, but they're not the ones where I posted them or printed them. Like the ones of us in the courtyard, the ones I love are us walking to get to the courtyard.
Yeah, me too.
Or like you guys like lifting up my dress because we were moving. It's like, oh my God, those are magic.
And like that's what everyone says. Like who has a list of portraits? I didn't take one portrait.
You guys did.
Okay, as a couple, but not like.
Oh yeah, you never did bridal portraits.
So it's like I only wanted candids. It's just that setup of a candid was a fail.
I don't like any of my bridal portraits. Like they're They're not. Oh, yeah, that's a lie. The diabetes
Your
one.
diabetes ones are
The
great.
diabetes portrait session, I'm obsessed with, but I think it's because it looks like me. I'm like, oh, I recognize myself in these. That's the vibe. I love it.
Yeah, like,
whereas when I was
the
just
ones
like
where, like-
standing by the window,
Oh,
it's
by
like,
the window.
yeah,
I was gonna
fuck
say
that.
anything by a window.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like,
man.
oh, that's
Who's printing that off for themselves?
careful now because some people do and some people like those.
It's okay. I'm harsh.
You-
I'll take the hate.
Yeah. Lauren's very harsh. I like to try to stay in the middle because at the end of the day, if it makes you happy, it's good.
Totally.
Like, so if you want to do a 5-hour photo shoot before you even go down your aisle, I love that for you. I love that for you. I just like to reiterate that because remember when you're in it and all the opinions you hear about
Yeah.
weddings stress you out? I'm
Totally.
so conscious of like stressing out a bride.
No,
I just
no.
I don't want to
Definitely
do that.
do it if you want it.
Yes.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
I've yet to come across someone who's printed off just a solo shot of themselves.
It's true. But
But if you're
Hey.
out there,
hey.
good for you.
And obviously, I took them. Like, you know, like, it's good to have them.
Yep.
You know, and maybe one day, like, if I have kids, like, they might want to look at it. You know, it's like you have it for that. But
and
yeah.
maybe I'll regret it one day that I don't have one.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I had a solo picture of you. That's the thing. Like, I wish I had one of you.
Really?
Yeah, like, I just, you know, just to have a really good detailed shot of the makeup and hair without anyone else, I think that would have been good.
Yeah.
You just can't
It's
do
just
it.
me. I
Yeah,
can't
you
handle
can't
it.
handle it. Lauren
No.
can't handle that much attention. She's really bad with attention.
Ooh.
That's like we were both rat brides. We didn't have the term for when Lauren was going through it. And I didn't know I was going to be a rat bride because I don't have half as many issues with attention as Lauren because I literally go on stage and do comedy and literally embarrass myself so much 24/7. So I thought I'll be fine. Lauren we knew was going to be a little tricky.
Yeah.
You want to describe your rattiness with the rat bride effect?
It's so hard to describe. I wanted a wedding.
Yeah.
I wanted family there.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to be the center of attention and felt awkward that I was the center of attention and then having to like tell people what to do, what to wear.
That is the worst.
Yeah, like I'm sorry. That's
that
I had 5 bridesmaids, love them all.
Yeah.
And they would do anything for me.
Of
but
course.
when you're the bride,
Oh.
the feeling that you're making them
Yeah.
go out of their way, spend all this
I hate
money,
it.
wear something they hate, or like you
No,
don't know because
no.
everyone's just so nice. But that pressure, I was horrible at it.
I agree completely.
I just wanted them to do whatever they wanted.
Scream.
Yeah, please do what you want.
Yep.
I just want you there. Thank you so much. I love you.
It still makes me want to scream. Like I think of times like so like one time because like I asked like one of my it's not a regret because I had a good time, but the fact that I was like I want to go to New York City for my bachelorette. Looking back on it, I'm like that's so embarrassing.
Okay, it's
But
not
I had it's
embarrassing,
not embarrassing
but it's
because I
bougie.
had my reasons. But this is how I like rationalized it.
We girl math it.
We girl mathed it for sure. It didn't cost more than the average Ontario bachelorette where people rent a cottage. Okay?
Stats.
Like, I'm serious. Those bachelorettes, the ones where they rent a cottage and they go wine tasting,
Yeah.
those
They add up.
costed the same amount of money as us going to New York City. So I was like, okay, I'm on average, so that helped with my guilt.
Yeah.
I was like, okay,
It's
I'm
the
not
guilt.
asking for above and beyond, but the fact that I was asking made it actually just really hard for me to enjoy my bachelorette because I felt so bad for like leading up to it and then after it, like I was crying in the airport. Remember, I was like so stressed when we were flying home.
I know.
It's just because I genuinely don't like asking people for things.
know,
I
it's
actually
so
fucking
hard.
hate it. And
It's
yet
so hard.
And yet when I look back at the photos, I'm like, wow, what an amazing
like
trip.
the best thing ever.
Yeah, like what an amazing trip, but I really struggled with it. So I'm like, it's not a regret, but it's like if I had a time machine, would I ask to do that again? No.
Yeah, those are the things where I'm asking people to do something. I felt so guilty.
Yeah.
And gross about it.
Yeah.
That those are my regrets.
And that was like, and it's funny because leading up to the trip, like before we had even booked, my gut instinct was Taylor, don't go, don't do this. And I was like, I
you
even
were
told
so excited
I even
about
told
it.
Anik, no, but like I even told Anik I don't want to do one, and she got upset because she was like, she thought she had upset me because it was like she was like, no, we can do it, and I was like, no, like I'm stressed because it came out of my mouth and I feel like I asked for too much, and I should have followed my gut instinct in feeling like I had asked for too much, and I just. It was one of those things though where it was like I had always dreamed of doing a bachelor. Big time reasons also is because I don't have a lot of friends.
Yeah.
I have chronic illnesses that prevent me from drinking, partying, eating fun
Yeah.
stuff. What was I? It was either I go on a tiny little trip and see a Broadway show.
Yeah.
Or I don't do one.
Yeah.
Because going to a cottage would have been depressing for me and my chronic illnesses and how I feel about them.
Yeah.
Because I would have had one drink in a cottage for what? Now,
Cottage with 3 people.
cottage for 3 people. Okay? So, like, at the end of the day, I'm like, I don't regret it. Do you know what I
No.
mean?
No, you shouldn't
Because what
regret
else
that.
would I have done? It makes me want to cry right now. I have so much trauma from my wedding, man. I
You
hate it.
initially said you wanted to go to Europe for your bachelorette, so I felt horrible as your maid of honor
No.
saying, like, how about New York?
Yes, and I was very happy. No, exactly. Like, no, but I didn't want it to be. But the
know.
thing is I think it's fair. This is like a whole other conversation now. I do think it's fair to put the feeler out for your number one dream.
Yeah, you should.
Because if everyone's down,
then do it.
then go.
yeah.
And like, I put the feeler out. People weren't down, so I didn't take any offense to
No.
that. I was like, oh my god, of
Yeah.
course. Where could we go that'd be really affordable? Oh, we could do New York City.
Yeah.
Because it's literally a $200 flight.
Yeah, no, it was
Like,
it
it
was
was
so fun.
It was so fun, but I'm just like, it just stressed me out so much to ask people for
No,
things.
that's what makes us rap brides. I don't know about the rest.
I don't know how it feels when you're someone else. Because at the end of the day, like I had Jackie on, who's really good at being like, this is my dream. Like,
Yeah.
and it's like, yeah, that's fucking valid, man. Like,
Yeah,
and that's what you want to do.
Everyone's going to help you get there.
Yes, everyone
So,
wants
I
to
don't
help
know why
you
I
get
felt
there.
that way.
I don't know why we're messed up.
No, I don't either.
But yeah, my bachelorette made me like kind of uncomfortable when I was like on it. Even though I look back and it was like such a great trip
Yeah.
and there was so many great memories. So I don't regret those things. It was the lead up and then the after. And it's
Gotcha.
like the same way I look at my wedding now. Like the lead up was just so stressful and then the after I was sad, but the day itself was great.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? I'm just
Yeah.
like actually like uncomfortable with asking people for things. It makes me really want to squirm up into a ball and hide in the corner.
I know,
And
I
I wish
hate
I
it.
could have just followed those instincts more. Because I wish I didn't have a bridal shower. I
Oh, me
wish I
too.
didn't have anything.
But people want to give you those
People
things, and
want
that was
to-
the issue. It's like
It is the issue.
I was like, oh no, I don't want a bridal shower.
Yeah.
I don't want
No, didn't
stag
want any
and
of
go. I don't want any of these
No.
events leading up. Like the wedding is big enough,
Yep.
and then but other people are like, that's what they want
to
to
give
do.
you.
They live for those events in
Yes.
their life. So it's like, oh, I'm actually giving a favor to someone by
Like,
them
or like living out the dream for
joining-
everyone.
yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Because it's true. Because it's like if Lauren had said I don't want a bachelorette, I would have been like, I want to throw you
Yeah.
a bachelorette.
Like, I wanted to plan your
I want to
bachelorette.
do that, and I had so much fun doing it, and
Exactly.
every little detail I was like so excited
Yeah.
about.
And when
So-
when I think back to all the moments, like when the
It's
girls,
great.
when we went bridesmaid dress shopping, which was
Yeah.
one of those events where it's like, I don't want them to spend a lot on a dress. What
Yeah.
if they hate the dress? Everyone ends up hating the dress.
Yeah,
like
it's
it's just a
whatever.
thing. But that day when we went shopping was so fun.
It was.
And having everyone together trying on dresses
I
for
know.
me, like what a dream.
What a dream. So fun.
I don't know.
It's such a torn up
So that's why we're rat
situation.
brides.
That is why we're rat brides, because we couldn't enjoy anything, and that's just sad. But like we did,
I know, it's just
but the overarching guilt was always present.
honestly, if you don't get it, you don't get it.
It's just one of those, yeah, if you don't get it, you don't get it. This really is one of those things.
Yeah.
And I'm glad we're talking about this. It's so cathartic because I just feel like it's so hard to navigate because like the other half of me is like, I'm so glad I had a bachelorette. Do you
Oh
know
my
how
God.
dark and sad and scary our fucking world is?
Yeah.
Like,
that's
take the moments of joy. Like, do you know what I mean?
yeah, you're only getting married once. You,
You
should do it
only,
all.
you should just do it all.
And like it's so funny when you are getting married, when my best friends are getting married, it's like
Can't wait to do
I
it.
can't wait to do it.
Can't
You should
wait to
do
do
it.
it.
I'm like, oh, I can't wait to do it. Be
Can't
there
wait.
for you. But when it was me, it was like,
It's
well,
impossible.
No, I can't.
I can't handle
have
it. I
this.
can't fucking handle it. Thanks. Like, yeah. So, anyways, on to maybe
Okay.
another regret.
what?
What are some? Well, let's get into the makeup of it all.
The makeup of it all.
Yeah, because we
Okay, that's a
both
good
have, like,
one. Okay, yeah.
I took a strong stance on makeup, a stance I tried to enforce on Lauren for her wedding.
Okay, but then based off mine, we learned for sure that your stance is.
Oh, I was
Okay.
correct. I was correct, and
I-
I stand by it.
Okay, so initially I chose to get my makeup done by a professional. Taylor offered, and so did one of my other bridesmaids. And they're both super talented, but I was like, "You're my bridesmaids. I don't want you guys to have to stress over my makeup."
I also
and then
think-
also, I don't want to be stressed. Like if you do
was gonna say
something
that.
I don't like,
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
I don't have the guts to tell you.
Yeah.
And I don't want to cry on my wedding day because I'm feeling guilt-ridden
Yeah.
that I don't like what you've done.
1,000%.
So, like, I
mom
can't-
actually said that to me because I was like, I don't know why she doesn't
So like
want
I
to do her makeup.
I can't have that. So I'm like a third party person.
Yes.
I can tell them if I don't like something, or I'll get
1,000%.
Taylor to tell them that I don't like something.
And I would have.
It's just easier. Like I can't.
And I did.
Yeah, and you did. So we get someone, and unfortunately, it wasn't what I wanted
It
or
just-
what anyone wanted.
It's not that they were doing a bad job. It's just the job they were doing was
Wasn't-
not what was
no.
planned.
It was not.
because you did a trial.
Some people liked it and some people like looked great, and then just something on the day of it wasn't hitting, and then
Yeah.
I panicked.
Yeah.
And I don't wear a lot of makeup in
That's-
everyday life, so this was going to be an issue no matter what.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, something snapped, and it's like, unfortunately, I should have just done my own makeup from
Yeah.
the start. In
Yeah.
the end, though, they
Whatever.
did a great job,
Yeah.
and we did the majority of it between
Yeah.
Taylor and someone else, and
Yeah.
I loved how I looked. So
Yes.
I don't actually have a regret.
Exactly.
I looked amazing,
You did.
but I
but-
wouldn't have hired them
No.
if I was going back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, it's like, it's something I knew about Lauren. I was like, you should not get your makeup done professionally.
Yeah.
You're not going to like it.
I did 2 trials, though. Like, I did
know
try.
you did your
I
best.
tried so hard.
No, and you did your best, and you didn't look bad, but both times you did not feel like yourself.
Yeah.
And that is the biggest red flag you can possibly
Yeah.
have. On your wedding day, you want to feel good.
You want to look like yourself.
You want to look like yourself, but elevated and the best
Yeah.
version of you, whatever. So when you get someone to do your makeup and then you're unrecognizable, for someone like us, for rats like us,
Yeah.
that's just really hard to process.
Especially me. Like, I was...
Especially Lauren. That's
Such
why
a
I was like,
panic.
I did her makeup
Yeah.
one time. I was like, look, I can do it.
Yeah.
And I was like, because I was so nervous about it, because I was like, I had a feeling you were going to get your makeup done and hate it.
Yeah.
So
and
luckily, as we were noting, I was a bit of a bitch. I'm not going to lie.
yeah.
I was like watching what was happening, and I literally went up to Lauren and I was like, so you're not getting your makeup done by them?
No.
On her wedding morning.
No, okay, and it's not like I was
Like,
oblivious. I was
no.
watching some of my bridesmaids, and I could see that they were unhappy.
Yeah.
Despite my own thoughts about it, because like I was also like, well, this isn't what I trialed.
No.
So yeah, after I saw a couple bridesmaids being unhappy, I'm like, well, I'm not going through that.
No.
I can't look like that.
And I didn't want to panic, Lauren. I hope people don't think I'm like an instigator, like sabotaging the
No.
wedding. No, this was big sister to the fucking rescue.
It
I was
was-
like, oh no,
Yeah, basically-
you're not touching her.
So they did they did some of it, and then we sent them on their way, and then
Yeah.
Taylor and another bridesmaid literally saved the day like
Yeah.
angels. So
Yeah.
it all worked
I
out.
did. Are we allowed to say her name?
I
right?
would say so. Yeah.
Yeah, like okay, yeah. It's like when
I
you keep
don't
saying another bridesmaid, I'm like, does she not want people to know that she
don't
helped?
know.
Alicia did the eyes. I
Yeah.
did the complexion. They did your base though.
Yeah, and they
to
did a
match
great
your
job.
tan, and they did a great job with that. And it was awkward for sure, but let it be
Yeah.
a lesson. You are allowed to say, "This isn't working
Yes.
for me." We paid
Yeah.
them.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
like no drama.
No drama.
You guys came, you did the job you said you were going to do, and you did that. We're just pivoting.
It
you
wasn't it.
wasn't it. So you were paid, and you ended up looking absolutely stunning on your wedding day.
Yeah, so no regrets on how I looked in the end.
No.
Just like wouldn't have hired anyone
Just didn't
to do
need
my
to,
makeup.
didn't need to hire anyone
Yeah.
in the first place because we could have totally just done
Yeah.
your makeup.
Yeah.
But, they did a really nice job of your foundation.
They did.
They really did.
Yeah.
So, and then I just did bronzer, highlight, blush.
Yeah.
And then we just did
And
a little
Alicia
bit
was like a
on the eyes.
superstar with eyelashes.
Yeah, she put the falsies on. You looked
Wow.
fucking amazing. Like, good to go.
Yeah.
Good to go. But so that's a not regret for me because I did my own makeup. I'm so happy with
Yeah.
how I looked.
Stunning.
I felt like myself
Stunning.
completely.
Everyone should do their own.
I
Unless you don't mind the risk of not feeling like yourself.
I think the thing is like if it's your dream to have like a J-Lo moment, like a Beyonce moment, get your makeup done. Like if that's what you want to, like, you know what I mean? Like if you want to look like a superstar on your wedding day,
yeah.
you can totally find someone to give you the most wonderful glam of your life. If you're like us though, where you're going to like disassociate with your image,
That's
because
the
you
thing.
don't
It's like I wanted a J-Lo moment, but
Sure,
like, when it's put on my face, it's like actually,
Whoa,
wow,
whoa,
that's
whoa.
not it.
I can't.
I can't compute with that.
and that's not just, I still wore a F ton of makeup.
I'm sure
But
I
it
did
was
too.
like, it was in a way that I recognized
Yeah.
and I was comfortable with. And I was in control. And I think control also has like a big factor.
Yeah.
So like I can understand people getting the glam because if you want to look like like obviously like superstar version of you, but I'm even convinced, even if freaking Makeup by Mario did my makeup, even if Patrick Todd did my makeup, I would have looked in the mirror and been like, whoa, I don't look like me.
Well, okay, because I did my first makeup trial and I was like, I just want this, show a picture. Okay, it's going to look amazing. I'm going to look so good. This is what you think. I look in the mirror after and I was like,
it was bad. That one was actually bad.
Like, and then I mentioned like I just wanted fake eyelashes. I didn't want eyeliner. I don't want a dark eye. And but they do eyeliner to cover the band. Whatever. Don't know if that's necessary, but and I'm like, okay, so no. And I don't think anyone who looked at me would say that you look amazing today. It wasn't just me.
No, we all saw it, and like, to be honest, the coloring was really off. This was a different makeup artist than the one you hired, by the way. Yeah. So you did your homework. You went and did trials. You did all the right things.
Yeah.
It's just, and the second trial looked good.
The second trial did look good.
So I don't know what happened on your wedding day. And we, to be fair, didn't give them a chance to slay you. Like, right? I don't know.
Their worry, though, with the makeup was that because I don't wear it every day.
Yeah.
And my husband doesn't love a lot of makeup either. Like, we're one of the same. I didn't want to show up to the aisle and him, like, not think I looked beautiful.
I know.
Because I looked like I was wearing a mask and I didn't look like myself. So that was also like in the back of my mind. It's like,
you were panicked.
Well, if I'm panicked, then it's like, oh no.
What if he doesn't like it? Yeah. It's just so many things.
Oh my God.
I know. It's a lot of pressure. But again, if you, like, that's the thing. Like, if you get the glam and you look like Kim Kardashian for the day and you like that, that's amazing. I get that.
Yeah.
It's just when
I want to look like that too.
And you disassociate.
Yeah.
Like, there's like panic when you don't look. I get actual panic. Even when I put an outfit on for an event and I don't feel like me, I can't leave the house in it. I just like,
I have the worst day if I'm.
Yeah. Not me. Not representing me. Inner me.
Oh yeah, it's bad.
I will say, like, not a regret of my makeup, but I'm even better at my makeup now. So I'm like, fuck. Like, I could have really turned it out. But, like, it was really good. I have no complaints.
It was so good.
It was really good. But, like, that Hourglass powder that just came out, I wish I had that on my wedding day. And then the Essence gel liner under. Actually, I think I might have done that on my wedding day. But anyways, those would be, like, tiny little regrets. And it lasted well, mine.
Oh,
so I'm sorry, but that's fake.
Okay.
That's tea.
I was gonna say
that's
fake
the fucking
news
tea.
On that.
Fake fucking news.
Like, you want your makeup to last all day?
You have to have a professional do it.
Well, no.
Nope.
Wear the primer, put the setting spray on.
Yeah,
like, they can't do anything else.
There's all the hacks out there in the world, like to get it to last.
And it's no different than like when you have a long day and then go out at night. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I think
that's tea. So don't let that be the reason.
Yeah.
You get that Charlotte Tilbury setting spray and you spray on the wet and then on the dry. I've got videos up.
Yeah.
It'll freaking last. Don't worry.
Or last as much as a professional, and then if you want to do a touch-up, do a touch-up. But
Yeah,
I never even thought about it.
No.
Never even reapplied lipstick.
I didn't either, and I wish I had some of those dance photos. I'm like, damn,
really?
the lips weren't popping, and the cheeks still are.
Oh.
And it's like, that's when you get that weird contrast.
Yeah, okay.
Because I ate, and the lips came off.
Because I ate.
Yeah, in many ways.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to another regret.
Oh, great.
Both of our hair looked good, by the way. Thank
God. Shout out Alicia yet again.
Thank God.
Praise that angel.
I didn't do a trial, okay? Like,
technically, I didn't either.
Yeah, you switched it up.
I switched it up on her last moment, and she put together an amazing bun with no hair. I had, like, the shortest hair ever.
Because originally, Lauren was going to do hair down. I actually think, so let's tell that story for fun.
That would be so bad if I had it down.
Yeah, like, it's like, I really think her angels planted that in her head, like, no, you need to wear your hair up.
Yeah.
Because the down was not the same. The hair up with your dress was unreal.
Plus, like, I would have been touching it. It would have get flat. My hair's so thin.
Yes,
like,
grease.
there's no saving it.
A little bit of wind and you would have been greasy.
Like, seriously. The wind would have, like, what was I even thinking considering having it down?
No, your hair up was so stunning.
And
Alicia literally nailed it. Alicia is crazy. Like, you show her a Pinterest photo and she will recreate it.
She is Pinterest. Like,
crazy. She did my hair too, which was
it's just never a fail.
We got our wedding dresses at the same place, got our hair done by the same person, and
did
our makeup. That's so funny.
Yeah, that's funny.
I love that. But thank God the hair looked okay. Whew,
that was not a regret.
Yeah. My veil, almost a regret.
I was going to ask you, do you regret wearing a veil?
I do. I didn't need it. It was one of those things where I got a cheap one just to have, and then I just.
But it was
It was
princess
okay.
moment, like
Yeah, it's like it's not like a regret. Like, oh god, it was bad.
No.
And I don't have any photos in it. So
yeah, I can't really
and
remember
the one
it.
photo like where I'm wearing it, like you can't see it when I'm coming down the aisle,
No.
like because I had it at the back.
Yeah, it's just
So it really wasn't a thing. And then the picture I do like it in is like when we're signing the document.
Yeah,
that looks
pretty.
so vintage
Yeah.
90s. I'm like, wait, I
Pretty,
love the
pretty.
But I don't know though, because when I see an outfit without a veil, I'm like, I kind of like the drama. I stand by it.
okay.
The drama of the veil, I enjoy. Like, when do you ever get to be that dramatic?
It's funny. Yeah, it's like, okay, so I didn't
Lauren
have
didn't
a
have a
I didn't
veil.
have a veil.
Yeah.
And I have no regrets because
I
I think
know.
a veil would have ruined my dress.
Your dress was so
Like, I think it would have just been like, nothing would have been cohesive and it would have thrown me off.
Lauren's dress, to this day, is the most beautiful wedding dress I've ever seen, mine included. Like, your dress was...
It's pretty, but...
It's
like, you
it's
can't have a veil
low-key
with it.
a work of art, your
You
dress.
literally
Like,
can't have a
your
veil with that, though.
dress was crazy
Yeah, I have no
beautiful.
regrets on my dress or no veil.
I remember seeing Lauren, like, come around the corner. I will never... This image is burned in my brain.
For the first look with you and Colin?
No.
Oh.
No, so when we went to line up, you came
Oh,
out
yeah,
of
yeah.
and Dad and Mom were walking you across this grassy path,
Yeah.
and my brain was like, it could be
Yeah, it was-
1945, it could be
pretty awesome.
1955. This dress, it could be 1925. Like, this dress was the essence of, like, ooh, vintage glamour. Like,
And it's
loved
so funny
your
because I never
dress.
thought about it that way. I was like, oh, it's kind of boho. I like it.
in a sense, it's boho, and then the other half of it is very
Yeah.
like 1920s to 40s.
Yeah,
There's
it's-
something very
it's-
like Great Gatsby about it.
A little bit. Yeah, I could get that.
And it's but mixed with the current of boho.
It's weird.
It's such a slay, her dress.
It's like the most random pick. Like,
It's
I would have
such
never
a-
pictured myself in that dress. And then when I put it on, I'm like, well, of course, this is it.
Oh my god, when she put it on, we were freaking out. Like, it was so...
Yeah, so no regrets there.
None.
I don't regret not having a veil at all.
No, I agree. Well, you know, there wouldn't have been one that could match that
Exactly,
dress
so
first of
I have
all,
no regrets.
But that bun would have looked really good with a veil coming out of it.
Yeah.
Like, I do love them.
yeah, see,
But I know.
Yeah, I don't think I regret that.
But you know what I think that proves is that whether you wear it or you don't, it's actually like
it doesn't
really fine.
Yeah.
Unless
Oh, yeah.
your veil is like the Statement, which
Oh
I
my
also
God.
love.
If it, yeah,
I
that's okay.
love when it's like, no,
the
this veil.
embroidered, like,
I know,
colorful ones.
I know, I
like
love those ones.
Okay, that's a dream.
I wanted to do. Okay,
That's
I
a
wanted
dream.
one of those so bad that I had trouble liking my wedding dress at first because I wanted. Remember, I just wanted
Yes.
plain white because I wanted to do
A really
the
pretty-
colorful embroidered
and that
veil.
is the best. Like,
Yeah.
if I had to switch, I would switch to something like that.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it's
Like
so
I
good.
literally love that look.
Yeah.
I think that's such a slay as well. Like,
That's such.
but I love the dress I ended up. By the way, that's not like a wedding regret on my dress.
No, your dress
I-
is stunning.
my dress, like, I felt really good in it. It was the
couldn't have looked better.
90s excellence I kind of love.
Oh,
like,
it
it
was so
gave me
good.
what I love.
Yeah, no.
But it's not, I don't think it's like the most groundbreaking dress of all time. I just love it for me.
Oh,
Whereas your
yeah,
your
no.
dress was kind of one of those like jaw droppers.
No.
No, it was.
No.
It actually, Lauren's dress is a jaw dropper.
I don't think-
I'm telling you.
I don't think
It was a jaw dropper.
No.
She doesn't believe me. It was. Hers was crazy. A jaw dropper. They're gonna want pictures now. Maybe I could add it just to the
Insert
rat
photo.
chat. You know, like I'll put it in the rat chats just so it's just in that group page.
Sure.
I can even crop your head out of it, or we could just
No,
even
that's fine.
send
I'll
the
just send a one wedding
like it's
photo. It's
so
fine.
pretty. Anyways, another regret. What's another regret? Oh, I said this one the other day walking with Lauren. I regret. So I think this only happens for like sisters or close friends. I regret voicing things I don't
yeah,
like,
that's
and
right.
they're accidentally something
Like on
your
this
sister
video
did.
right now, if a best friend hears it, I'll be so sad.
I know. Where like, or like it causes that panic. That's what I was saying
Yeah.
earlier. I'm like, I really get worried about causing
Yeah.
a panic for another bride because there's
Yeah.
so much comparison. But that's the problem. Like, there's too much comparison. We should not compare weddings, and how you feel
Yeah.
about like veils or how I feel about
Yeah.
makeup. Like, there should never be a carte blanche. This is the rule.
No.
But like when you talk about your own wedding, you automatically like say things you like or dislike.
Exactly.
Because you're working on yours.
Yeah.
But it might be something they did.
Yeah.
For example, the barn I think I
Yeah.
was hard on barn weddings.
Taylor
when
trashed barn weddings.
I just was like, but it's like for
Mine
could you
was a barn
picture
wedding.
Yeah,
Okay,
Lauren
so-
had a barn wedding and it was beautiful. But I always have said I loved your. It was stunning.
Oh, yeah.
that's the thing. I loved her wedding.
No, I know.
It's just when I picture myself in a barn, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing
I
here?
couldn't picture you in one.
No!
No, so like I don't take offense to that. I just hope no one else
I know,
by
it's
my
scary.
opinions would take offense.
Yeah.
I take no
No.
offense. I mean, if someone told me, yeah, you look like shit, I'd be like,
Okay,
well, that's just rude.
well, that's just mean.
But if it's someone's opinion where it's like, I would never get married in a barn, I understand that.
I understand that.
That's not for everybody.
yeah.
And,
And like
it
someone
wasn't
could say
something I'm obsessed with
and
either.
so many people could say so many things about my wedding, to
Totally.
be honest. Like, there's so many things I did where I know people were like, what the fuck is
Yeah.
this?
Oh, totally.
Like, for example, the Dollarama tinsel hearts, which is one of my favorite details.
I love that.
Probably a lot of people were like, what the fuck is on the table?
Definitely.
And that's okay. Like, so yeah,
Yeah.
if someone trashed my centerpieces like in 2 years, like if a friend was getting
Yeah.
married and was like, I don't want cheap centerpieces, I'm not gonna take offense to it
Because you
but
know what you did.
Because you, yeah, I did that. I own that.
Yeah, it's the
and I
best.
liked it.
Yeah.
And I know when someone says they didn't like it, it doesn't mean
It's not like they
you
don't
know?
like you.
No, or
It's
what
just
you
not for
did,
them.
and they're not thinking. It's just
Yeah.
I do regret any time I wasn't thinking and put my foot in my mouth. I
Yeah.
actually hate doing that.
Oh, who doesn't?
Which is why I didn't lean into. I know there was people who wanted me to keep talking about my wedding, keep talking about wedding stuff, because a lot of people liked my takes on wedding. I
gotta
get
cross that line,
but
though.
it genuinely stressed me out to think that I could hurt another person's
know.
feelings,
Yeah.
like or like make it seem like there was a
Mine's
right way
better.
or
Yeah,
a wrong way.
exactly.
There's no right way. There's no wrong way.
No.
Like
There's
as
just
long
my
as you're
opinions.
happy, as long as you're happy though.
Yeah.
And there's like things that make other people happy that don't make other people happy.
Yeah.
You know? Like okay, there's been famous influencers who get married and I'm looking at it and I'm like, I wouldn't do that. I don't
no.
love that.
because it's not your style.
It's not my style, but I'm not thinking, ew, why would they do that? It's like that's fucking mean.
No,
but
yeah.
everyone has opinions.
Exactly.
I love the sentence, opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one.
I love that.
I love that. It's just true.
Yeah.
But it's when you go spewing your opinion like it's an authority, where
Yeah.
it's like, now you're a dick.
that yours is right and
Yeah,
yours is
like,
wrong.
now
Like,
you're a
get
dick.
out of here.
It's so funny. Okay, moving on to other regrets.
Okay, minor regret, not really though.
Sure.
My bridesmaid dresses.
Let's talk about those.
So okay, okay. So the color, no regret.
No
it's
regret.
like a taupe
It's-
color.
it's pretty.
I'm a taupe minimal type
It's like
person. so
fawn.
Yeah,
taupe.
it's
Like
fawn.
it's
It was
very
called
pretty.
fawn.
It's called fawn. It was really pretty.
I liked that. Gave relaxed. I like it.
Yeah, it was really.
But they're all the same, and they're like cowl neck, basic kind of bridesmaid dress. And so, could I have elevated that? Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, I'm fine that it's not. The
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
thing that bugs me the most, though, is that the dresses weren't the cheapest. They weren't the
Yeah.
most expensive at all. But the construction of them didn't work for like half of my bridesmaids' bodies. And they,
didn't-
yeah, and they had to like pay for all these crazy alterations.
Yeah.
So in the end, yeah, I regret that. They weren't even amazing for like it to be worth
I
that.
know.
All that hassle on you guys.
I know.
So yeah, regret.
And like, I obviously like, and I would do this for anyone's wedding. You tell me the dress.
Yeah.
I'll put that bitch on.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. No one's looking at me.
could not have looked worse in Lauren's bridesmaid dress.
And know what? I chose that style for you because the
We
only
thought
dress that you looked good in was cowl neck.
I know, because I look pretty bad. We did that day of dress trying on.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, I looked bad in everything.
So many bad ones.
And Lauren couldn't even lie to me.
No, I
like,
was
and
not
we were
going
just having
to.
fun with it. I wasn't like crying. I was like,
No.
just tell me, girl. I'll wear any
Yeah,
of these
yeah,
motherfucking
it didn't matter.
things.
But I didn't want you looking like
A bag of
bad.
shit.
The only one you looked great in was this cowl neck one
Yeah.
because it was kind of sporty, and I'm like, great, done.
Yeah.
Because everyone looks good in cowl neck. Who are we kidding?
It's flattering for most boob types as
yeah,
well.
small boobs, big boobs.
Yeah, it's a good one.
So I'm like, great, this is safe. But then somehow the one I ended up choosing, like the boning in it.
Yeah, it was hard.
So many people had to like get so many
Reconstruct that
crazy
thing.
alterations. So that's a regret. That
I
bugs
had to
me.
literally have the waist brought up.
I think Maddie did too.
Yeah, like it was like.
So regret on that one.
yeah.
Not huge, but yeah.
And we said this yesterday, so
It
people
could
aren't
have
gonna.
been better looking.
When I know Lauren's taste level,
Yeah.
it didn't reflect that.
Yeah. It could
That's
have
the
been-
only. It could like
Yeah.
you have good taste, and that reflected more like safe zone,
It was totally safe zone. Yeah.
which is fair because you're trying to make everyone happy and like blah blah blah, and it's better to be safe than
Yeah.
sorry, like quite literally, right?
Yeah.
But it was like when I know you, I'm like, I know you could have probably slayed that harder,
Yeah, I do too.
but it was fine.
So yeah, minor regret.
Minor. I loved my bridesmaid dresses.
Oh, I love yours too. That's like
so
my favorite
much.
part of your wedding. Not that
I
I
know.
was one of them, but
No,
like
but,
just
like,
the combo.
The colors.
What? Yeah, like what a
Just
complete slay.
inspired.
Like yeah, like literally nothing will top that to me. That
To
is-
me too.
I've never seen. Yeah, it's so good.
It's
Especially when you're working with 3 girls.
and
Come
it took
on.
me a lot of time. Let me tell
do
you.
you know how many iterations?
I
Could
tried
you
so
imagine
many.
if we went with some of your first thoughts?
No.
No,
Some of my first thoughts were really bad. I knew I wanted loud colors.
Yeah, and
like
that
I
was the
really
best part.
did. And it made me so happy the whole
Oh
night.
my
Seeing
God.
them, it gave the vibe of the fairy godmothers in Aurora, like in Sleeping Beauty.
Yes,
And like
that's what we were.
That's what I love. Like they were what, green, red, and blue.
Yeah.
But you guys being like hot pink, cherry red, and like
Magenta,
fuchsia.
yeah.
I was like, oh, it's giving fairy
was
princesses.
so
I'm
good.
obsessed. Like,
No, it was the best part.
yeah, and then the ribbons being everywhere and the
Yeah,
tinsel
all
also
of
matching that. Like
your bridesmaid, like color palette decor to me, best part of your wedding.
I think that's the thing I
Choices.
slayed the hardest. Yeah, other things I definitely didn't. I'm not trying to brag. But those
No.
things for me, I'm like, oh, I really slayed that. Like, it was really fun and it represented me.
Perfectly.
Like,
and
it
the
was
venue and the time of year, like it was
like,
perfect.
yeah, it was pretty
perfect.
great. But there were, okay, back to regrets. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not trying
Okay,
to
that was one of
brag.
mine. What's one of yours?
Okay, another one of mine would be, well, this is like one of Zach's, but I'll say it quickly. Zach had the idea of like not having the guys wear bow
That's
ties or
right,
ties,
yeah.
and it just doesn't photograph well. For a winter wedding, I could see a beach wedding pulling that
That's
off
so
a lot
different,
better.
though. That's so different.
Exactly.
But
for
when they're all
winter,
black,
yeah,
like, it's a bit different.
They were in like black suits with nothing, and it was just like it just doesn't look that great. It's not like a
Who
huge.
knew?
Who cares? Like
Who knew?
Also, with all these regrets, it's like who cares?
Oh, I actually
Like
don't have any.
I don't have
regrets.
any real.
I'm just being harsh for fun.
Aside from like being a rat, like it's like that's hard to swallow. I stand by that because like
Can't change who I am. Whatever.
I can't change who I am. I know, but it's like yeah, I wish it had been an easier process for me. That would have been
yeah,
nice.
I guess.
Sure, I regret that it wasn't easier for me.
Sure.
And I will always like feel that way, but I'm also like, at the end of the day, everything turned out perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, my cake. We should talk about my cake.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I wanted to make my own cake, obviously. You made your own cake, and
Yeah,
it
well,
turned
Mom-
out great.
Mom
Mom and I made it, but Mom
The
mainly.
point was I was supposed to make it with Mom, but
Yeah, she was
time
busy.
didn't work.
Oh my God.
My cake was beautiful. I have no regrets.
It was absolutely stunning. Mine,
It
it just wasn't. It just wasn't.
unfortunately
It was up close and in person.
Yeah, but it wasn't even just the cake. It was just like where it was sitting.
That's the thing.
Like there's no decorations around it or anything.
They never talked to me about where they would put the cake.
and so that was
So they did me dirty.
it was like no.
It was because it was tiny
Tiny on this
on this
pedestal
massive
with the
fucking
white
table,
tablecloth,
and
was
it looked
bad.
like a pimple
It
in
was-
the middle of
it
the
was-
table.
not good.
It wasn't. The cake itself, super romantic looking.
Yeah.
Super gorgeous. When it was here, when we were making it,
Yeah.
I couldn't have been happier.
It looked beautiful.
It's when we brought it to the venue and it just looked like a little zit.
Melted zit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just, she didn't look good. And it's
No.
fine.
Yeah.
She didn't look good. It
No.
was so fun to make. I stand by making your own cake. I
Yeah.
personally, when I talk about budgets, by the way, like two of the things I
Oh.
stand by cutting is flowers and the cake. Make your own cake.
Oh, I think
and
that's
for the
so easy.
centerpieces, find something else. Like
Oh
truly.
my gosh. Yeah, Kate, my centerpieces were just tossed eucalyptus.
Yeah, and that was really pretty.
I have no regrets there.
No, that was really pretty.
Yeah.
Flowers are expensive.
Flowers
now, if
are
you have all the budget in the world, flowers are stunning.
They're stunning, so you should do
they're
it.
absolutely stunning. Oh yeah, I did fake flowers. No regrets.
No.
None.
No, you couldn't even tell.
No, you couldn't tell at all. I regret not getting you guys forgetting to bring them outside for photos.
That's one.
I do regret that. That's just too bad. And the cardigans I bought you guys.
Oh yeah.
I really regret. I really wanted a winter photo. That actually hurt my stomach when I just said it because it was like my dream to get that winter wedding photo of
yeah,
like
and it
all
looked
of
like
us
we
in our
weren't
cardigans.
even in winter,
No,
which is also nice.
which was also great.
Yeah.
But it was cold and I did have these cute little cardigans for everyone. And I didn't get a photo at all. We got ready in them though.
Yeah.
So they didn't go to waste.
No, they didn't go to waste.
So like that was good. And my get ready outfits, we didn't talk about them. They were cute.
They were cute.
They were cute aside from like the shorts were cheap as dirt.
I still wear mine all the time.
Really?
though.
Okay, good.
Just because they're comfy.
Yeah. They were really cute. We just did these little boxer shorts with cardigans. I had you guys in blue boxer shorts. I had green boxer shorts.
It was
and then
just
It
fun.
was just
Yeah,
cute.
it was really
I
cute.
really liked that. Okay, other regrets. Oh, we talked about the length of our songs.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say that one.
So mine went too long. We
Well,
did
what
the full
song?
song.
Say the song.
Oh yeah, so we did Light My Love by Greta Van Fleet. No
I
regrets.
just meant like your first dance.
Oh.
I don't know if they know what the song is.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like name the song.
Well, that's good too. But
it's like a 3-minute song.
it was longer. Yeah. Like no.
Yeah.
Not longer than 3 minutes.
But it was
Yeah.
like, yeah, I did 3 minutes.
Yeah.
You did 1 minute?
I think I did like 1 minute, and
Which
so
is
that was too short.
Too short.
But again, this was because I was a rat bride
Yeah.
and was worried about all this attention.
Yes.
And also, like, I don't dance.
I know.
And yeah. So I
But-
regret that mine were too short.
I will say about mine, on the day of and in that moment, I had no regrets. Because I
Yeah.
had the time of my life
Well,
dancing with my husband.
You shouldn't have regretted anything. Like,
No.
It wasn't too long. Not everyone's not like checking
No, I
their
know.
watches
I know.
or anything.
But then when I look back at the video and how bad we are at dancing,
Yeah, I know,
I'm
it's-
like, oh, we probably should have gotten out of there a little
I literally
earlier.
can't look at the videos
No,
because like we
neither
don't
can I.
dance. So it's
Yeah.
just like do and then a twirl and it's like
In my head, though, that was like core memory.
Of
like
course.
looking at Zach and like
yours
we
was
had
like
so much
Cinderella
time.
Story the movie, you know,
Yeah.
with Hilary Duff.
Yeah.
Like that gave me that moment. Like when you guys were dancing.
Yeah,
Like,
it was like
so good.
It was so amazing. Yours was too quick. We were just all settling into
Yeah,
it,
no,
and then
mine,
you guys were out of there.
Mine was too quick, but it's okay for me because the attention was
Yeah,
that was a lot.
yeah. And guess what happens when you when you have too much time? I picked Zach up. You start acting on instinct. Well, he picked me up.
Things could go wrong.
I was just in
I
a
thought it
love
was
bubble.
planned as heck.
Nope.
Yeah,
I
that
was
was
just-
shocking to learn.
She does improv, and
Yeah.
I was like feeling
Thank
really
goodness
happy.
though Zach was like
He was a
total
king about
great
it.
sport. And like it looked
Could've gone
planned.
so bad.
It looked planned.
It could have gone so
Yeah.
freaking bad, guys. I could have dropped him. I could have ripped my dress. I could have
Oh, you
not been
coulda
able to
ripped
pick
his
him up.
pants.
Could have
Imagine
ripped
you
his
ripped
pants. I was purely acting off of like I'm so happy right now.
Yeah, no, it was the best. Watching your first dance was the best.
Oh, that's nice.
And I loved the song. Like I
love our song.
watching yours, I'm like, oh, I wish I had made mine longer.
Yeah.
And like not been scared.
Yeah.
I was nervous.
So I guess we settle on, you know what?
Yeah.
Fuck it. Let it be long.
you should let it be long.
Okay. Do the full fucking song. My instinct was correct then. Although
Yeah.
you can doubt that instinct, but you really, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, I said to Zach, I'm like, we get this once.
Yeah.
Like, people can watch 30 more seconds.
Yeah.
Like,
No, definitely.
okay, the game I played at my wedding, I loved.
Yeah, that was really fun.
I really loved it. I wish we played more because we had more ready, I know.
yeah, not that many more though. We did a lot
okay,
of them.
okay, good. Yeah, we did like 5 or 6.
I don't even remember anymore.
I really liked that.
yeah, playing a game at a wedding is super fun.
It was really cute and cheesy.
And I think it worked out well because you had such a huge venue.
Yes, the venue, yeah.
That it allowed more people to, like, I was able to like interact with everyone. Whereas
Yeah.
when I was giving my speech, I was really only talking to like half the room.
Right.
But the game, we got to talk to almost like
Oh,
everybody.
let's get some tea. Do you regret me asking you to be the officiant?
No.
Did that ruin the day?
No, it didn't ruin the day. I was extremely stressed.
Yeah.
But when the moment hit, I was just like
This is
presentation
fine.
mode.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
like I remember I have core memories of watching your face
I know.
and like talking just to you. So like I'll cry now.
I
So,
know, I know.
So,
That's
like,
why
I
wanted
have.
it.
It's definitely not a regret, but was it stressful? Yes.
Yes.
It's extremely stressful. I was very nervous,
But it was
very nervous.
I'm gonna cry. Like it was so special.
Yeah, yeah.
It
Like
was
so, but because
special.
it was so special, and I knew you really wanted it, you wouldn't have asked
well, because
me.
I didn't want to talk to a rando.
Yeah,
I
so-
was like,
Yeah, no, it was definitely no regrets. I just wish that like I had maybe I don't even know. Don't be so stressed.
you had chilled out on
But
it.
obviously, like it's your wedding day. If I don't make it perfect,
No, I
I'm
know.
a flip out.
I know, but I hope people know because people I guess don't know this, but I wasn't a bridezilla. Like I was like, Lauren,
No.
if you like shit your pants, I don't care. Like it's like
No, yeah.
like please just have fun.
But
like
but obviously people.
but it's I
want
know
it to be
people
perfect
want to
for
do
you.
well. No, I know. I just don't
But
want it to
no.
make it seem like I was like you have.
Oh
to
no
slay
no
it.
no!
I was
no.
like
Taylor's
whatever you say is
definitely
fine.
not. Yeah.
Yeah, it's that was so special and
Yeah,
all
no
the photos I
regrets.
love because it's like us 3.
Yeah.
It's like oh my god,
Yeah,
this is
definitely no
literally
regrets.
perfect.
But I was stressed as hell.
Do you know what I wish I had done? This is a regret. I wish I had put the bridesmaids on the opposite side. So
what I've
I could
heard.
have looked at
You
their
look
faces.
I know because I remember. Well,
No offense to Zach's lovely friends, but I felt really uncomfortable because I'd be crying. I'd be
I know,
looking at
you're
Zach,
looking at-
and then I'd see them smiling at me
Yeah.
crying, and I'm like, I don't cry in front of you.
Yeah, I
like,
know.
you know what I mean?
But see, I don't have that regret because Colin. I was looking at Colin,
Right.
so that worked out really.
That
well
worked out well
me.
for you.
Yeah, because Colin was a groomsman, not a bride.
Oh yeah, and you said that was like an almost regret, not having Colin on your side.
Yeah, but it worked out well.
But it
'cause
works
he was A
out.
groomsman.
He's up, yeah.
Yeah.
But it was nice having Colin on my side. But,
Yeah.
But yeah, I would flip it. I'd rather
Yeah,
look
I've
at my
heard of
girls.
people do that.
And I think that would have been a lot more special.
Yeah.
I just remember it was really cute, but like Zach's friend Mike was just beaming.
I know.
Like he was
I know.
so
It was
happy.
kinda cute to
It
see
is
their
so
reaction,
cute.
so,
It
I don't
actually
know.
is just so cute. But I remember him just looking so happy, or
Yeah.
like Roberto looking so happy. But then I would get uncomfy because I'm like,
know.
like I don't know you as well, and I'm so.
Oh
this
my
is like
God.
the craziest moment of my life.
Yeah, officiating was stressful. But I have no regrets because it was so special.
It was so special,
But, like, I
and it
remember
looked
freaking
so
out about, like,
good.
how do I hold the microphone and my page? Like,
Also,
I
like,
was like,
I
why am I
know,
worried about
I
this?
know.
It's just going to work out.
Yeah. Also, aesthetically, though, like, Lauren's red dress being in between us and the fire behind her in that
Better
venue
than a
is
rando.
so good.
Yeah. Yeah, no regret. Absolutely not regret.
Something else I loved. This is just turning into now what I loved. Maybe we can
Okay,
share
whatever.
some of that. Like,
A mix.
Because, like,
what
honestly,
if
there's
they're
just not that many
conflicting?
regrets.
Like, maybe you loved it, but I regret it.
Yeah, like, exactly. We'll just chat about, like, wedding
Okay.
stuff. But, like, because that's the thing. There's not much to regret. And that's what I try telling
there's
people.
nothing
It's
to
gonna
regret.
go well. There's nothing to regret.
No.
Honestly, you can turn the worst of things
Yeah.
into the best of things. Like, you know?
Yeah.
Oh God. Oh yeah, something I don't regret that some people I think were shocked by is like Zach and I slept in our bedroom here that
would
morning.
regret that?
Some people were shocked. And then that night, no hotel room, nothing.
No.
I wanted to come home to my baby right here, this dog, you see?
Yeah.
And it was a dream. I wanted to come the fuck home.
If
and
I could have done
loved
that,
it.
I would have
know.
loved to have done that.
I know.
But I also have no regrets. Mine had an
It was very cool.
on-site place, so that was awesome.
Oh, yours was. I'm not saying I
no,
wouldn't. Like,
no.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I don't know why anyone would regret going to their house.
A lot of people were shocked that we didn't like go do something fancy. But I'm like, this whole day has been so fancy. I just want to go home.
Also, like, it's not like it was like really hard to get to. Like, getting to your house was easier than getting to a hotel. Probably.
Literally. Like,
know,
yeah,
I would
we
love
were.
that.
I loved that we were like a 15-minute walk from our venue.
Yeah, I love
that.
that.
Was such a
That's
slay. Do you want to say that
kind
as a
of a bit
regret?
of a regret.
Yeah.
Okay, not a regret.
It's not a regret because you couldn't have done anything
Yeah.
about it, but it's a
So,
good note.
Yeah, we got married basically in Ottawa, which is where both of our parents were and a lot of our friends.
Our parents are now in Newfoundland.
But
if
we
that's
live
confusing.
we live in Toronto, so planning a wedding that wasn't in your city was so hard. Like,
Yeah.
I regret that not that I don't regret my venue choice,
No.
but like I made it harder on Travis and I, but made it easier on the majority of people. So
Yes.
no regrets there, but
Yeah.
yeah, it was so hard because I have to do a hair trial or a makeup trial or like a nail
The
trial.
bridesmaid
Like, I'm
dresses,
gonna
like-
give up so many things because I have to like train to Ottawa
Yeah.
to do all these things. So I was like packing Thanksgiving weekend with like all these bridal things to try and
Yes.
check it off a list because like I'm not going
Right.
to come home every weekend.
No.
And so yeah, extra stress. If you don't get married in your city, it's extra stressful.
Yeah, thank God neither of us did a destination wedding as wrap brides.
Yeah.
I don't think a wrap bride could handle a destination wedding unless that destination wedding is like an elopement style.
That would be
then
great.
for sure.
Yeah.
for sure. If you're a rat, also like I think destination weddings are beautiful. I'm not saying
Yeah.
that. I'm just saying like when you're not planning it in your city,
It's
that's
really
holy
hard.
God. Because I got to go visit my venue a million times.
I know, and
When
like,
I
you
forgot
could-
what the chairs looked like, I just went
Like
back
how
over.
many nail trials could you have tried? Like you get to pick your person.
We have to talk about your nails.
I know. It
We
was-
have to.
Okay, who would have thought that like a nail trial is crucial?
Essential. Thank God, Lauren. Honestly, it's so funny because I was the big sister all of life, right? So I do everything
still are.
first. So I do everything first. But Lauren did this one big thing as a thank you for the 30 years I've done first. You got married.
That's a regret.
You got married first, and I learned
We learned so much.
much.
Yeah, my nails. Okay, who cares about nails? I never get my nails done, so I was like, okay, I'll just go and ask for like a wedding color, like neutral.
Yeah.
Not gonna be a big deal.
We never get our nails done.
Never.
either.
Just never do it. Anyways, we go there to the salon. I've booked it, and it was so special. It meant to be so special because even my brother came.
Yeah.
So it was you, Mom, me, and Colin, and we
was
were all
so
there.
cute.
We all got pedicures. Like, yes, shout out Colin, you're the best brother.
Yeah.
Anyways, first of all, like I'm punted to the corner away from everybody.
I know, we didn't even
to
get
get
to
my
sit
nails
together.
done. She also was like hacking. Like my nails were bleeding. I was actually silent crocodile tears were going
Yeah.
down my face because
Yeah.
of how painful
Painful.
it was. And then they go with the color, and I show pictures. They do a test nail, and I say no. That I was even bold. Like I
Yeah.
said, that's not right. No, that's too pink. That's too pink.
Yeah.
They tried like 7 different colors, and I'm like, that's still not right. Like what else can you
No,
offer?
What can you do?
They bring out the manager basically, and they're like, no, this is the right color. So I'm like, at this point, I'm like, I really don't
Sure.
even care. Please, yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
They do the nails, and they were like way too, like what is
Baby
that?
pink.
Baby bubble bath pink. Like,
Ballet baby
Yeah,
pink. Something very pink.
and it was just like, no, this looks. But I didn't care at the point. I was
I
so
know.
done. And it's also like the wedding's in like 2 days.
I know.
So it
It's
was like, I don't
crazy.
care about nails. No one's going to see them. But unfortunately, in photos, yeah, photographers like close-ups of like your hand with your rings and shit. So your nails are in it.
They
and they were
were
so
pink.
ugly. Like,
Yeah.
no one else will notice. But to me, they're not me at all.
Yeah.
And I did not like. I wish I had no nail polish.
no nail polish would have looked better than what
Yeah,
you got.
I literally
I'm
would've
not saying
preferred
this
it.
was a bridal pink. I like pinks for brides.
Yeah.
This was not bridal pink.
It was like the bubble
This was
bath
like
pink.
baby girl
No,
pink.
I did not like it.
It was not cute.
It was not me. I wish
And with
I
her
had no nail
vintage
polish.
looking dress, it's like
I wish
not
I had
the
no
vibe.
nail polish on.
Yeah, you just a clear coat would have been better.
Yeah, but also like minor regret. No one actually cares about your
No one
nails.
actually cares, but that was
I
a funny
do.
day. That was like,
Especially when you try.
Oh,
Like, I'm like,
and,
oh,
like-
here comes a great moment.
yeah. And me and mom were like sweating because you just want everything to go well for the bride, and it just wasn't. And I
happening.
was so stressed because it's like I just want her to be happy. I just want her to be
Yeah.
happy. I want her to have everything she wants. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god.
Anyways, but it was
But
fine.
yeah, it worked out in the end.
Like a minor regret, but that whole thing is like get a nail trial if you're not a nail person.
100%. I loved my rat nail.
I know, that was so
It's
cute.
iconic.
Yeah, so you got to do like 100 trials if you wanted because
It was expensive,
you were in
though.
the city and do it till it's right, but you
Yeah.
might as well.
May as well.
Yeah.
It is expensive though to get your nails done that many times.
Yeah, regret.
That was tough. What was another thing I was gonna say that wasn't a regret? Oh, spray tans. We both got spray tans for our weddings.
no
Love 'em.
regret.
No regret.
No.
None.
Regret.
But you do need to do a trial.
I didn't do a trial.
That was crazy.
Huge risk.
She got the
I
vibes, though.
never have had a spray tan. I'm like, for my wedding, I'm gonna have to. I'm pale.
Yeah.
And I want one.
Yeah.
Complete risk. Don't recommend that. Do
No.
a trial.
Yeah.
But she slayed it.
She slayed it.
She even told me like it'll be like you didn't even pay for anything. It was. So if you are looking for like
Yeah.
a barely there tan, tell them that you barely want to
Yeah.
look like you've paid for anything because
Yes.
you'll still be tanned.
You would still be shocked because like
I was
you looked
still very dark.
And my god, anytime I see the pictures, I'm like, whoa, you looked so good.
That whole week I was like, I've never felt better about myself
Yeah, I know.
in my life.
And like thank God I did a trial though. I did a trial before my
Yeah.
bachelorette, and I looked
so
like
dark.
I looked like I got back from the Bahamas. Like
It looked amazing, but
it looked
so
amazing,
dark.
but it was like October, and I'm like, I have a winter wedding.
Yeah, you can't do that.
So it was good that I did the trial because then when I went back, I went to the same place because they do such a good job.
Yeah.
But when I went back, I was like, okay, so if that was a 6, I want a 3. Like I was like, cut this in half,
like
and it worked out
I want
really
a
well.
0.25. Like,
Yeah, like exactly. So, and they were so nice there. Like I highly recommend Toronto Tans. Like
Yeah.
they were genuinely so good, and it
regrets.
wasn't their fault that I initially got a 6 because it's all
No.
communication.
Yeah.
It's like
They don't know.
I said I want like a bridal tan, like blah blah. So they gave me like the bridal tan.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh, but it's not a summer wedding.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, perfect. We cut this in half, and they were so cool about it. They were awesome.
Okay, yeah, no regrets on
No
being
regrets,
tan.
but getting a trial is recommended.
that.
Definitely recommended. What other things did you like? Were you creative about, or like that just worked out well for you?
Okay, I stand by. I don't even know if it's creative, but my ceremony music, favorite part.
You killed it.
I killed it.
You
Like,
took
they were-
all the good songs, unfortunately
Yep.
for me.
Yes, I did. I took all
Yeah.
the songs
Yeah.
from like our favorite like movies and
Movies,
rom
yeah.
coms. So like yeah, slayed that.
Yeah.
Those songs
That's so
hit.
good. So good.
There was tears in everyone's eyes. I was loving every song that played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was so good. I used one of the songs because I had to.
You
I
have
was
to.
like,
It's the best.
because like,
Was it Maestro?
yeah, it was
Yeah,
Maestro.
it's the best.
By the note, a holiday, right?
Holiday.
Yeah, so good.
good.
You keep kicking that
Sorry.
thing. That's okay. Yeah, that was, your songs were so good. Oh, I thought of an almost regret.
Oh.
You
me?
Yeah.
Oh,
You
great.
almost changed into sweatpants.
Taylor, we should not discuss this.
I saved that.
Okay.
I get credit, right?
Okay.
Credit where credit is due.
Yeah,
You're
do.
welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much. So my dress was form fitting, which I was like, I'm not gonna want to stay in this all day. Like I
Yeah,
don't also
fair,
wear form fitting
fair.
stuff. Like another
But
shocker.
you were a rat and weren't the type to go buy another dress.
Yeah, I was not doing 2 dresses, so I'm like, oh, I'll just switch into like a cute little white sweatsuit, like for dancing. Like it's like 11:30 on, like that's
Mm-hmm.
fine. And also like I saw the Kardashians do it, so I'm
Yeah,
like, no,
it's not
I can totally do this.
for sure. For sure.
No, don't. It's not.
I
for
just
sure.
it just wasn't a good idea.
It wasn't. I'm so glad I did not change and I stayed in my dress the whole night.
Yeah. Like, just not into sweatpants. It just kind of like kills the vibe in a sense.
Yeah.
Because everyone else has to stay in their fancy
I know.
shit.
So you know what? I regret that idea, but I didn't do it.
Didn't
so
do
it's
it.
fine.
And why didn't you do it? Because of me.
Yeah.
She was gonna do it.
I was hoping to. I was
Yeah.
really set on like I'll
And
get
I
out of this
understood
dress.
it. No, like, and I understood it. It's like
know.
obviously everyone wants to get comfortable, but I was like, I stand by this, and like if you changed into sweatpants, I'm not saying it's ugly. I
No.
just was like, it's one wedding night. just stay in your formal
Yeah.
attire. Like, just
Yeah,
stay.
I agree.
You know, or like change into something equally as lovely that you can move better in. Like, I get that. But I was
Yeah.
just like, you get married once.
Yeah.
Probably don't.
Okay, yeah. My compromise and what I don't regret is I switch
Yes.
into sneakers.
Oh, of course.
Like, who? Come on, please do that, people.
That's one I should talk about. I don't regret wearing sneakers on my wedding day.
You couldn't tell. Your dress
You
was way
couldn't
too
fucking
big.
tell at all. I was
you could not
comfortable
tell at all.
day.
Yeah.
And the only photos they're in is the diabetes one, and I ended up
I love it.
loving it.
I love
With the
it.
crew socks, I'm like, wait.
Yeah, no, I
And I
loved
didn't
it.
even mean to slay that hard, in my opinion.
Imagine
but someone
you
could
wore
look
ugly
at it.
socks. You told me that.
I almost wore ugly socks
Yeah.
because I was like, nobody's gonna see these. I didn't think about like showing my diabetes garter. I almost, but morning of my wedding, I'm like, well, you may as well wear cute socks on your wedding day.
Yeah.
So I wore like Aritzia socks.
Yeah,
But it ended up being so
it was
cute.
so cute. I loved it.
Yeah, so I don't regret that, but I'm sure people
Yeah.
looked at that and were like, what the fuck?
Yeah, some
for
people
sure,
would,
for
for
sure,
sure.
for sure. I tried too to have a formal shoe. I did try, but it was
tried
like
really
winter
hard.
and no one was making a white formal
And
shoe.
Taylor's foot's weird.
My
Like,
foot is so narrow.
no.
So I was like, I need laces.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that could have been a regret. That could have gone
Could have been bad.
the bad way. But nobody noticed.
Yeah.
So it worked out really well. Oh, this is just a funny one, but like I was really excited about this. Like, and this is like the one thing I like paid extra for as well. I was so excited about the fact that everyone could have a hot toddy. Like I was
Oh my
so
God.
excited about
I
this
forget
fact.
about that.
I was like, because anything winter wedding made me really
Yeah.
excited, like the
Yeah,
cozy
yeah.
vibes.
Yeah.
So I was like, everyone can have a hot alcoholic drink.
Which is so cozy.
It's so cozy. That's so cute. And so we chose that. I paid extra to have that as our first
I remember
past
that they came
cocktail
all
drink.
out, but
Other than that, it was like you go to the bar.
yeah.
Let me finish the story.
Okay, yeah, because I can add on to that. We've never talked
They,
about this.
yeah, they put those things in coffee cups.
Okay, I was gonna say, like, we've never talked
Are
about this.
you joking?
It looked
Ridiculous.
horrible.
It looked like piss.
like, like, are you serious?
I was like, when I saw that, I was
Before,
like,
let's describe
you-
describe the cup. It was a white, like
hotel coffee cup.
Who wants that? In their
I was like,
hand?
I paid extra for that cocktail.
and that's not even. I bet
Nobody took them
no one took one
because it looked like hot piss coming out.
it's like
It didn't look like an alcoholic
Carrying
beverage.
this white crockery cup around. In their dress?
I drank one because I love them and
Yeah.
it tasted amazing.
Oh, good.
It did. Like I love hot toddy. It's apple cider. It's like apple cider with like
I wish
bourbon
they had
in
just
it or
put
something.
them all on the tables.
Me too. But also,
No.
what?
That was we've never discussed this. You're right. That
Oh, it was hideous.
what a cute idea. It turned horrible.
I regret it.
Yeah.
I regret paying
Yeah.
the extra money for that. Because
No.
like
Not
these are all
it.
the things you don't get to see though. You know,
Yes.
and like same thing with my cake. If they had just asked me, I would have been like, "Oh no, could we do this?" Or I would have been like, "Oh, I
Yeah.
don't want to I actually don't want to pay extra for that. Thank you
yeah,
very much."
Yeah, like who? Wow,
You
that's
know,
bad.
I really loved my venue. I'm not saying they tried to do me dirty. It's just certain things you're like, "Oh,
That's dirty.
I never asked about that, so that's on
yeah,
me."
It's on you, but like.
But I
come
would not have done
on.
it that way.
Come on.
Oh, that was like a joke. That felt like a joke.
That actually, when
was
I saw them
criminal.
coming around, like, what are they doing with coffee? And
was
I'm
so
like,
criminal.
those are the drinks.
and nobody took them because it
No.
probably looked like freaking chamomile tea.
Yeah, it
Not
was-
even a note card of like
There
hot
was
toddy.
nothing announced. People just started swarming out with these crockery cups, and it's like
It was shocking.
No,
That was shocking.
yeah, that was
Criminal.
That was criminal.
That's criminal.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
I know. Like that was
Yeah.
that was like a definite just like, oh, that's a flop.
Yeah,
That's okay.
Yeah,
Another flop our venue had that like Zach, I would say that's probably one of his biggest regrets. They didn't dim the lights when we first went in to eat.
yes,
And we had to literally like flag someone down and be like, "Can you turn off the fluorescent lights?" Like,
yeah, like it's not an
oh
assembly.
my god,
It's not an assembly, people.
And I'm glad I was able to take my head out of my love bubble enough to be like,
I
wait
don't
a
know if I
damn
would've
minute.
noticed.
Like,
Yeah, I wouldn't
no,
have noticed
nobody
that.
would have noticed. But I was like,
yeah, no, that's
no, this
so
is
true.
this is really bad. And then when they turned off the lights, we had candles all over all of the tables. I had 12
Yeah.
candles per
Yeah.
table. Turn the lights off.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I never even noticed that.
But yeah,
Yeah, so do you not regret, but like kind of regret not having a venue planner, a day of planner, or someone to do all that so you guys didn't have to?
look, budget wise, no, because I didn't want to pay for it.
Okay, yeah. No,
If
we don't,
budget was
yeah.
endless, I do think you should have
Yeah.
one. But budget, no, I don't regret
No,
it.
yeah,
I
I wouldn't
did not
either.
want to spend another motherfucking
No.
dime on that day. But
No.
if you are rich,
Do
I
it.
would get one.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like my venue, they were amazing. They
were
just did the
amazing.
whole day. I didn't think
Yeah.
about one thing.
Yeah.
They kept on asking me, "Oh, would you like a drink or something?" I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh my gosh, sure."
No, when you go, because that's the difference. That's a good difference between our weddings.
Yeah.
Lauren went to one of those like one-stop shops.
Yeah.
That's the smartest thing you can do with your dollar
I think so.
because you get a lot from that.
Yeah.
Zach and I did more of a budget space, and that's the risk.
Yeah.
Like you just aren't quite as cared for, and
Yeah.
like the coffee cups. Like
coffee
things like that,
cups.
because it's like, hey, this is not what this venue does.
Yeah.
Not everything's going to be automatically aesthetic.
No.
We do our best, but if you're on a budget, like, this is the venue, and it was stunning. It's genuinely a stunning venue.
yeah, it is. It's
But
beautiful.
yeah, it was stressful. Like, I've talked about this before on the podcast, but like, my rehearsal dinner stressed me out like you couldn't fucking believe.
That
And that's
was-
because I didn't have anyone helping run things. And my God, bossing people are like, it's the same thing we said
Yeah.
at the top of the episode. Asking people to do things, last thing on earth I want to do.
Yeah. No, the
I wanted
night,
to scream.
the night before your wedding, one of the most stressful days of my life because
The rehearsal dinner?
well, like
that was
even
2
just
nights
getting home.
before.
Okay.
Yeah.
The night before though, because it's like I'm
Oh, I
panicked
know.
about my things that I like
Yeah.
speeches, and
Yeah.
then Travis was trying to figure out
Oh, I know.
his speeches, and I'm like, I can't handle.
I can't
this.
help you.
I cannot.
I know. It's funny. I was like pretty relaxed the night before my wedding. I didn't sleep at all. Did you sleep
Did
at
you
all?
not?
Did you sleep?
I can't remember.
I could not sleep. Zach and I were tossing and turning. Every hour we'd be like, you up? Yep. Like all
Really?
night. Like we'd go in and out.
I'm pretty
2
sure I
hours.
slept.
2
Because
hour
I can't
breaks.
remember not.
I got
sleeping.
up at 2 a.m. I came out here at 2 a.m. I could not sleep. I started icing my face, ice rolling.
No.
I did 2 sheet masks.
Are you
I thought
serious?
I can't sleep. I'm taking myself to the spa.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
I slept.
Which is that's
I'm pretty
crazy.
sure
to me. I couldn't say. I was
think
so
it was
excited.
Like Chris this morning, like I'm going to bed so excited, but I can fall asleep anywhere.
Yeah,
so it
you're
wasn't
good
an
at
issue.
sleeping.
And then I woke up and it was like Christmas morning, basically.
That's cool. I was so excited. I literally got 4 hours of sleep. We went to bed at 10. And then as of 2, I was tossing and turning. As of like whenever I
Yeah.
popped at 3:30, maybe I popped out of bed. I was like, I'm done.
I do remember panicking about like I got to get to bed on time. Otherwise,
know.
I'm gonna have bags and all
Yeah,
this
eye bags and shit.
crap.
I am so good at like when the mission is ahead of me,
Yeah.
slay,
Yeah.
slay. Like, oh, you can't sleep, bitch?
Doesn't matter.
Go to the
Yeah,
spa.
yeah.
Ice your fucking face
Yeah.
for 4 hours, no problem.
Hydrate.
I looked great.
Yeah,
Like,
it's true.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, really funny. I don't regret not putting my Dexcom on my arm, if any type 1s are listening.
Mm-hmm.
I liked the thigh and garter thing. It was a really cute nod to diabetes.
It was.
But I also just got to be a normal human girl on her wedding day.
Yeah.
That didn't scream, oh, she has diabetes. I normally love to scream. I have diabetes. But that choice to be like,
you got
know
to
what?
say it, and you got
Today-
to announce it yourself.
Yeah, I just got to show it in my own way, but it wasn't the highlight of the day because, you know, fuck that. It's the highlight of my everyday in the
Yeah.
wrong way. Like, it's taking over my life. I was like, no. But
Yeah.
also super slay when people decide to show them.
Oh, totally.
I was torn. But just in case anyone was wondering, like, I was happy to make it more about me than my Dexcom.
Yeah, I like
But I
that.
loved showing it and having it be a part of my portraits, my bridal portraits.
Oh,
like,
those are my favorite photos.
those are literally my favorite photos.
Yeah, I love those photos.
Of me alone. I don't like the
Yeah,
other
of
portraits
course.
because, again, it's like, what?
I don't even think I can't remember any others.
They're cute. Like, again, Bianca was amazing.
Oh, she was
Like,
amazing.
She was amazing. It's just like, it just didn't scream like me as much because I felt awkward. Like, you can see on my face, like, I didn't know what to do
Yeah,
in
what
the
do
bridal
you-
portraits.
What do you do?
Yeah. So, but with the diabetes, I knew what to do because I was
Yeah.
like, there's
You
my
have to-
diabetes.
yeah,
Yeah, like, it was just
exactly.
cute. I loved my venue. Loved your venue.
Yeah.
That worked out really well. Yeah, kind of slay all around, I think.
No really big regrets.
Nothing huge. Other than all the stress. Like, I regret how
Yeah.
stressed it made me, but
Yeah.
even if you made me do it again,
I would be the same way.
I would elope. You know what I mean? Because
If
I
you
wouldn't
made
be
me
able to
do it
beat
again-
that. I wouldn't be able to beat the
Yeah.
stress.
I wouldn't.
No. I wouldn't be able to. Oh, and the acne of it all, I spent a good amount of money on, like, a hydrofacial and, like, this
No
other, like,
regrets?
laser thing. No regrets.
Yeah. Nice.
I did what I had to do to feel okay about my
Yeah.
skin. And I did have a little bit of acne on my wedding day, but
I
I
did
got
too.
really blessed.
Yeah. Yeah. I just think that things have to go right. At
They
one
do.
point. Yeah.
Your angels have to take over
Yeah.
at some point. Like, yeah. My skin, honestly, I look back at the photos and, like, let me tell you, that hydrofacial, when I see, just because the leading up to it, I had no makeup on and stuff,
know.
I'm like, my skin is glowing.
I know.
And that was
Wow.
Jackie Diamond. We had her on the podcast, so you can go see her
Oh.
if you're in the Toronto area. My skin looked so healthy.
It
It was
did.
crazy.
It
and
did.
now I'm like looking at my complexion and I'm like, why am I so red? Why am I so
Oh, same.
uneven and dull? And
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was not a regret.
no, so good. Did you get a facial before yours?
Nope.
Interesting.
But we did masks.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
But I was too nervous about my skin reacting. So I
yes, we
just-
were worried about that.
And also, again, it's like something I'd have to do in Ottawa. No.
Yeah. And it's funny, I talked to another rat bride. I won't call her out in case she doesn't want to be identified as a rat bride. But it was funny because she was talking to me about, like, we were going to her wedding. It was, like, so exciting. And the week before, she was like, I'm not even using sunscreen. I'm so scared it's going to, like, mess up my skin.
Yeah.
I'm like, so we're all living the same life.
The same
we're
fear.
all
Yeah.
living the same life.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh, man. It is hard.
It is so
And when we had
hard.
Zach on the podcast, he said it, like, you know, it's hard for, you know, like, you know, the whatever side of the, like, but, you know, depending on the relationship. Like, sorry, I'm trying to not
okay.
just say heteronormative shit all the time. So
Yeah.
I'm, like, trying to say, if you are a bride, it can be a lot of pressure to
Yeah.
be beautiful.
Yeah.
And that doesn't typically get placed on the groom
Yes.
to be, like, extremely good looking. Like, Zach was like, I got a haircut.
I know.
And
That's
I
all they have to
showered.
do is have a haircut.
And he wasn't stressed about how he looked at all.
I know.
And I'm like, that was 50% of my stress.
at least 50% of my stress.
Like, you know what I mean? And, like, that sucks.
Like, I was so nervous about,
It's, everything's superficial. you
Yeah.
know? Like, it's just, like, crazy.
Yep.
It really is a crazy experience. The beauty standard is breathing down your neck.
Oh my God.
And it sucks. It's just the beauty, like, it does weird things to your brain. It's really hard to get through that process without beating yourself up a lot.
Yeah.
And, like, being insecure about your body, being
Yeah.
insecure about your skin. It is crazy. It is crazy.
It's crazy.
The pressures make your brain do some not fun stuff, quite frankly.
Yeah.
It's a toxic process. Like, you can't deny it. And I think that's what made our rat. I think that's why so many people relate to the rat bride thing.
There's
because
something.
even if you aren't a rat bride, like, even if you are okay with attention and asking for things,
Yeah.
and stuff, even if you're okay with that, the toxic side of the beauty standard will add an element of the rat bride. So we can all understand
Yeah.
each other.
There will be a rat thought. at
There will
one
be
point.
rat thoughts that aren't fun.
Yeah.
And add more stress than they need to. And it's like, it's so sad that we think we have to change our bodies for one fucking day.
Oh my God.
That's so sad. Luckily, neither of us did anything toxic
No.
in action.
No. But, like, even thinking that I had to get a spray tan.
No, I know.
Because I'm too pale.
No, I know.
Like, come on.
I know.
How sad is that?
I know.
I have no regrets, though.
I know.
But, yeah.
I know.
it all
Me
adds.
worrying about getting a good night's sleep because of the under eye bags.
Me too,
Like,
yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
I know.
But you do.
You do.
So it's like you try to be forgiving. I think I've said this before. It's like it is a fine line. Like, I really like to talk about the beauty standard because I feel so passionately about
Yeah.
women growing up and feeling okay about themselves because our generation's struggling. Like, our
Oh, yeah.
generation was the generation of the Victoria's Secret angels and
Well, even, like, the 90s, like, low-rise jeans, like, you're so 00.
like Hilary Duff was considered like plus size.
That's insane.
Like, you know,
Yeah.
like all this crazy shit. So, you know, it does enter your thoughts, and yet we have to fight it. And yet also on my wedding day, I don't regret trying to be the most beautiful thing ever because I really enjoyed my princess day.
I know.
So it makes me feel so confused.
Oh, I know, because, like, I have no regrets because I felt beautiful. So it's like, well,
Well, it's kind of nice to feel
yeah.
beautiful.
So whether this is toxic, I don't care.
I don't
I'm
know.
happy,
Like, I don't
so
know.
Stay
I don't know
happy.
that nobody gets out of it
Yeah.
like perfectly. And the ones that do, you know, sometimes you see them where they're like, I don't fucking care. And it's like, I love that.
I'm jealous.
If you can get through the process without being a rat, I'm so jealous
Yeah,
of you.
me too.
Yeah. Not ugly jealous. Good jealous.
No,
like
envious.
proud of you.
Envious, like,
proud.
yeah, proud.
Proud of you. Like, I love that.
You're an inspiration.
Anyways, I think that's enough on it. I just want to remark again because I get really nervous talking about wedding stuff. I don't
Yeah.
want to hurt anyone's feelings. There's no perfect way of doing it. There's no way to not be toxic and talk about it. There's no way to avoid. There's no perfect way.
Just be happy.
Do your best to be happy.
Yeah.
Follow what sparks joy.
Yeah.
Tune out all noise.
Yeah.
For example, some of you are better listening and shouldn't have listened to this. I bet someone got panicked by something I said.
Oh, probably.
Shame on you for comparing.
Yeah.
That's on you.
Yeah, no.
You know what you clicked on. Stop clicking on this shit.
Just be happy. Be excited. Your wedding day will be amazing.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be the
And
best
you
day
know
of your
what?
life.
You're gonna Rumpelstiltskin every bad thing that happens into gold, okay?
I was wondering where you're going with the Rumpelstiltskin.
You're gonna do it. Like Lauren's nails, those bubblegum nails. Funny story. She saved her sister's life with that one.
Yeah?
Rumpelstiltskin!
Yeah, I bet I'm saving all your lives
Yeah,
too.
literally. You can turn everything into a freaking positive. Okay? So, anyways, any future people getting married, we're sending you so much love.
Yeah.
You got this, rats.
Be happy.
And rats, that's the end of the episode.